2023 has been one of those years where it got really warm consistently for a while in February, and bass up here in North Alabama started spawning the end of February. And now we're almost to the end of April, and the water temp is still perfect for bass to spawn. But since that water's been warm for so long, the brim are now spawning too. So you have a good mix of both bass and brim that are just flooding the shallows. And a lot of those brim are either around the bass beds looking for eggs or spawning themselves. So these fish have been up there for a long time. The bass have seen a lot of Cincos. They've seen wacky rigs and lizards and all kinds of creature baits and craws and different soft plastics. So what I've been catching some on is a topwater prop bait. Now this is a bait that I really like when I'm fishing close quarters. I can keep that bait in the strike zone about as long as you can with a worm or a soft plastic creature bait. And it just gets bites that I think those soft plastics, don't get. It's different approach to them, but you can fish it the same way. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna throw this little prop bait right up there where bass would be spawning. And now this is really close quarter fishing, like I was saying. So I love this if I'm fishing canals where I don't necessarily want the fish to see a swim jig go by their head a bunch of times. I just want to throw that top water up there and just keep it in the strike zone. And if I know where a fish is at on a bed, I can make the same cast, and every time I work it, it puts a big disturbance in the bait, but the bait doesn't move but maybe an inch. So you can keep it right where the fish is at. And also, if you're just covering water, you don't necessarily know where they're at. A lot of those pre-spawners will chase this down because it's just such a realistic look. I mean, it looks like either a dying bluegill or a bluegill that's up on the surface popping.